family, welcome again to another episode on the Winnie School of Elegance channel. Today's episode is a very interesting one as always, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you certain things that may be making you lose your value and your worth as an elegant person, and you need to stop doing those things today. I have titled today's video, Stop Casting Your Pearls to Swines. Stop casting your pearls to swines. But before we go into the video proper, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, now would be a good time for you to subscribe. Click that subscribe button and the bell just right beside it so you can join this leveling up community, especially if leveling up is something that is very, very important to you. And just in case you didn't know, we have an email list where we send out valuable email newsletters that has valuable information, things that I don't share on YouTube or other platforms. It's exclusive to just the email list subscribers. So if you aren't on our email list, you are missing out on a whole lot. If you are there, leave me a comment in the comment section down below to tell me the value that you gain from the newsletters that you get every week. So this is just to encourage anyone who is not there to kindly use the link in the description box down below, click on it and subscribe to our email list immediately. It's absolutely free and there's so much to gain from the email list. Okie dokie. All right, with all of that said, let's get right into today's video proper. I'm so excited for this one. I'm sure you can tell. Now, today's video was actually inspired by an encounter that I personally had and then a follow-up of that encounter. And it really broke my heart to experience that encounter. So a lady that, I don't know the lady, I know someone who knows the lady, but I experienced the lady's, would I say boyfriend or partner, they're in a committed relationship, embarrass her so badly in public. So badly in public that I personally can't even take that kind of embarrassment, to be honest. And I don't think anybody should actually be treated the way that man treated his so-called partner. I'm not going to go into the details of what he actually did, but it was so embarrassing to say the least. And what he did was not even what shocked me the most. It was what the lady did that made me go, girl, can't you see that this man is degrading, belittling you, and you still go back to him and apologize for something that was clearly his fault? And even if it wasn't his fault, nobody should disgrace or embarrass anyone in public the way that man embarrassed and disgraced his partner. Like I said, I wouldn't go into the details, but it's just to give you the reason why I decided to film this video. That girl devalued herself, devalued her worth, whatever the reason was. I know the reason, and the man was clearly at fault. But even if the woman was at fault, the man could have easily just applied some emotional intelligence to the situation and waited until they were in a private space to deal with the matter. He was not only verbally abusive to the woman, he was also physically abusive to her in public. And this lady took the whole insult and went back to him and was apologizing. To be honest with you, that really broke my heart in a lot of ways. That lady was literally casting her pearls before swines. She was the pearl and the guy was the swine. And she was literally casting her pearls before swines. So to buttress my point a lot further, I'm going to just go ahead and give you a definition of what I mean by not casting your pearls before pigs. So swines can also be called pigs. So it simply means offering something of great value to a person, a situation or circumstance that doesn't know the worth or appreciate the value that you bring. When you hear of the word pearl, you hear of something that's valuable, something that is quality, something that is precious, something that is beautiful. When you hear the word swine or a pig, what you see is dirt. You see something that does not regard the beauty around it. You can literally put a pig in a clean space, it will mess it all up and not care. You can put it in a dirty place, it would thrive there excellently. So that's why even the Bible actually in the book of, I think it was Matthew, chapter 7, verse 6. I'm not going to go into it, but I'm going to put the scripture somewhere. The Bible clearly stated, I think it was even Jesus who was talking to his disciples or some people at the time, and he said to them, don't cast your pearls before swines. You know what? Let's quickly take a look at that scripture. So in Matthew chapter 7, verse 6, from the Passion Translation, it says, who would hang earrings on a dog's ear or throw pearls in front of wild pigs? They will only trample them under their feet and then turn around and tear you to pieces. Let's read that same verse from the Amplified Classic Version. It says, do not give that which is holy, the sacred thing, to the dogs, and do not throw your pearls before hogs. Hogs can also be likened to swines and pigs. He says, why? They will trample upon them with their feet and then turn around and tear you to pieces. Oh my God, when I stumbled upon this scripture and I was meditating on it, I could see a million ways a lot of people are casting their beautiful, precious pearls to swine. And I'm going to give you a few examples of how you may be casting your pearls before swines as an individual in today's modern society. But before that, I put down here that you can liken a pearl to the people and things that are of immense and great value in your life that make up the most beautiful, fruitful, and productive part of who you are. Pigs, on the other hand, can be likened to the people and things that have an utter disregard for those things which you consider the most valuable to yourself. Now, before we go ahead with this video, I want you to pause this video and ask yourself two very important questions based off of the information that I have shared just now on what it means to cast your pearl before swines. The very first question I would ask is, and what are the pearls of your life? So who and what? You're asking yourself now, who and what are the pearls of my life? The second question is, who and what are the pigs of my life? Ask the question. And remember, I use the words who and what. So it can be a person, a group of people, or it can be things, circumstances, situations. So what is the pearl of your life and what is the pig of your life? And then the next thing you do after deciding what the pigs of your life are and what the pearls of your life are is now asking yourself, am I casting the pearls of my life to the pigs of my life? Am I giving my beauty, my excellence, my glory to people and things who don't appreciate the things that I have to offer? Pause this video and ask yourself that question intentionally. Don't continue until you have your answers put together. But if you think you want to have your answers put together, maybe at the end of so you can gain more clarity, then of course, by all means, continue. But ensure you perform this exercise. Is very important for your growth and your well-being. Okay? Just before we continue with the video, just a quick reminder that the Art of Speaking course is still currently accessible and available for anyone who wants to improve their communication skills, level up, speak more effectively and eloquently, and just be a better communicator in their personal and professional lives. I'm going to put the link in the description box down below of this video. Click that link, find out more information about it and how you can access the course and be on your way to becoming an excellent, eloquent, and effective communicator all round. Okay, dokie. All right, let's get right back into the video, shall we? So moving right along into some of the things that can let you know if you are casting your pearls before pigs. The very first point that I've put down here on how you can know if you are casting your pearls to pigs is you give access into your life to people who haven't proved themselves to be worthy of you. My dear elegant people, not everyone deserves access to you. People have to prove their worth, their loyalty, their value to your life. Everyone in your life must, as a matter of maximum necessity, be adding something of value and something tangible to your life. Whether it's the value of their mental wisdom or their knowledge, or the value of you benefiting something from them, there must be some form of value. Or maybe this person is someone that gives you so much peace and joy and you like hanging around with them. Or perhaps the person cooks you a good meal. The person gives you sound counsel. The person shares same value and moral values with you. Those are the people that you allow into your life. But you see those ones who come into your life and they drain you, they pull you down, they bring you down and add no value whatsoever. Those are the pigs in your life, and you are casting your precious pearl of your time, your energy, access to you, to them on a platter for nothing. Remember what the Bible says. They will what? Trample upon it with their feet, and then they will turn around and what? Tear you to pieces. They are tearing you to pieces every day because they have no form of value to offer you. Rather, they are draining you and taking away the little energy that you have to further the course of your life. So don't give access to people so quickly or easily. Let them prove themselves to you. And if you're watching and you've probably given people access already, you have a lot of people in your life, sit down and have an intentional session where you write out everybody in your life and ask, okay, what is the value this person is giving me? What is the value Sylvester is bringing to me in my life? What is the value Benedicta brings in my life? What is the value, the people around you, what value do they add? The people you call your so-called friends, your so-called family, what value do they add? Not everyone should have access to you as an individual. So do that assignment right now and figure out the people's asses who you need to kick to the curb so that you can stop casting your precious pearls to swines. Okay? The second way you can tell if you are casting your pearls before swine is when you are easily moved and carried away by the superficial things of this life, and then you're committing yourself to people who have no regard for your moral values and principles simply because they have a great deal of earthly acquisitions. When you do that, you are casting your pearls before swine. I have met ladies, and this is so pathetic, especially with ladies. Even men do it these days. Immediately they see someone who in their minds think that they have material wealth or financial wealth, they lose themselves. There's a slang we use in Nigeria, they say they lose guard. They forget their moral values and they forget themselves, and they start staying loyal to these people just because they have money or they have material wealth. A guy comes and flashes a nice car, flashes a nice wristwatch. You are quick to forget your moral values. The next thing, you're having sex with the guy, you get pregnant for the guy, and then the guy now leaves you and you wonder what happened. You casted your beautiful pearls to the swine because you were moved by superficial things that don't matter. You see a guy, oh, he's tall, he's handsome, he dresses so well, he's all of that. Those things are superficial things. So when you are easily moved by the superficial things of life, and that's what decides your actions, you are definitely casting your beautiful pearls before swines. A person who is intelligent and who respects their valuable pearls will not look at those physical things and rather will be more mindful about the content of the person. Who is this person? Apart from what he has, who is he? What are his values? What are the things that mean the most to him? Those are the things that they look at rather than the superficial things that can easily perish any second of the day. So if you are that person who is carried away by these things, a guy has a fine house, he has a fine car, my dear, it's time for you to stop casting your beautiful pearls before swines, okay? The third way you can easily tell if you're casting your beautiful pearls before swines is when you allow yourself to be constantly disrespected by a person who doesn't recognize and appreciate your worth. This one doesn't need any further explanation. You allow yourself, and when I use the word allow, I mean it like allow, because you are the one allowing disrespect. When a person talks down on you, you go all out, you give in your best effort, but the person still talks down on your effort, talks down on who you are as a person. You are giving yourself your pearls before that person. That person is the swine in your life. So whether it's your boss, whether it's your partner, even your mother, people shouldn't talk to you or break your boundaries or cross your boundaries by doing the things that they know you do not like. They constantly, continuously, repeatedly do it. Why are you allowing it? For whatever reason, you shouldn't be allowing it. Unless, of course, the reasons that you are allowing it are reasons that are important and necessary for your growth. But I do not see any reason why anyone should constantly take disrespect, being talked down on by anyone else. I don't see any reason why you should allow that happen. But when you allow someone to constantly disrespect you and devalue you as a person, you are literally casting your pearls before swines. Okay? Another way you are easily casting your pearls before swine is when you choose to stay in a relationship with a man who doesn't add any form of value to your life, but rather is zapping the value that you already have and taking it away from you. Why are you staying with a man who doesn't add value in your life? If you are watching me today and you are in a relationship with a man who adds no form of value to your life, and you know that every time you have to deal with this man, you attract negativity to your life. This man makes you cry. This man makes you stay very confused and constantly wondering if he's really the one. He gives you mixed signals. He's never there for you when you need him to be there. You are the one putting in all the effort and resources to keep the relationship going. Why are you doing that? You are literally casting your beautiful pearls before swines. And I've said it so many times on this channel. A man does not and should not complete you as a woman. If you think you need a man to complete you, you have the wrongest mindset. A man does not complete you. It's the same way a woman does not complete a man. The best way to have a beautiful, healthy, glorious relationship is when two complete individuals come together to form a partnership. That's the way a relationship can become so healthy and beautiful. But if you keep thinking that you need a man in your life to be this woman God has destined for you to be, I'm telling you today that you have the wrong mindset and you need to change it. The next way that you know if you're casting your pearls before swine is when you choose to stay loyal to other people at the detriment of your own self, or when you choose to stay loyal to things that go against your moral values. I think I mentioned that in the second point, when you're very carried away by superficial things, and then you betray yourself just because you want to make someone else happy. You betray your moral values, your moral conduct. You keep hurting yourself. You know deep down you don't want to do whatever it is someone else is trying to make you do, and then you go ahead and you do it anyways. You are casting your beautiful pearls before swines. Don't be disloyal to yourself. And when I say yourself, I'm talking about your true nature, your inner self. Don't be disloyal to your inner self and your true self just because you want to please or satisfy someone else. The next way you know if you're casting your pearls before swine is when you keep offering your valuable time and resources to people you know are only using you and don't care a thing about you. You continue to offer people valuable advice. You continue to stick your neck out for people who don't care. You continue. I suffered this one a bit though, when I was still ignorant. I tell you, because of the kind of heart I have a big heart of giving. I love to give. I love to see people win. And sometimes because of that big heart, I'm blinded by people's motives. Most people tend to have ulterior motives to come into your life just to get or take advantage of you and get the things that they need to get, not because they care. They just want to get that thing and then they find their way out. I've been a victim of that a couple of times in my life, and it didn't change me from being who I was or who I know that I'm supposed to be, but it made me stay more careful and alert. So now when a person comes into my life, I've developed my intuition so much that I know when a person is just using me for my value or the resources that I have, or when a person genuinely cares and really just wants to learn and they're not being manipulative about the way they go about wanting to learn from me. So it's important that you shouldn't keep throwing your advice, opening your door, giving your whatever to people who don't value it and are just there to manipulate you, take, and don't have anything of value to offer you in return. Be very mindful of those people. Those people are people who are taking your precious pearls and they are swines in your life. Kick them out. Okay? The next way to tell if you're casting your pearls before swines is when you keep wasting your time doing things you know fully well will not help you advance your purpose in life. Every morning you wake up, you know you're supposed to be going this way, but because this way seems to be a little bit difficult, you bring up all the excuses in the world why you shouldn't go this way. Then you find yourself going that way. I saw this thing that was quite popular. It was a picture meme of some sort on social media, and it just said, if you find yourself in a moving train going in the wrong direction, what is the smartest thing to do? It's what? Coming down, stopping, and finding your way back to find your real way. So when you know that you're supposed to be doing something that should lead you in the direction that you know you're supposed to go, but you keep whiling away your time, wasting it just because you are not so sure of that destination, or that road or that path looks unfamiliar to you, and then instead of it to go this way, you are going that way. My dear, you are casting your beautiful pearls of your precious time to things that are not bringing you any results or adding value to your life. Sit down, do a re-evaluation of your whole life, and figure out if you are going in the direction that you ought to go and doing the things that you ought to do. If you're not, my dear, it's time to retrace your steps and find your path and then walk in that path. If not, you're just wasting your time and casting your beautiful pearls to swines, okay? The next point that I've put down here on the reason why you may actually be casting your pearls before swines would be when you keep procrastinating on the things you know you should be doing. You know you're supposed to be doing, it's somewhat linked to the last point. You know you're supposed to be doing something. You know that what that thing is. Some people don't even know. That one's another problem on its own. Not knowing is another problem. And the advice I would give is go and get the knowledge on what you need to do to advance that purpose or achieve your desired goal. But when you now know what you're supposed to do, you know the first step, you know the second step, you know the third step, but you're stalling. Your mind is holding you back. Your mindset is holding you back. Your fear is holding you back. Doubt is holding you back. What do? You deal with those things that are holding you back. Yank the hand of the fear from your body. Tell fear, let me go. Tell the doubt, no, you have no power over me. There are ways to overcome fear and there are ways to overcome doubt. You know you're supposed to be doing something, stop procrastinating. I think I'm going to do a whole video on how to stop being a procrastinator, because some people don't even know that they are procrastinating because of some skills that they have not acquired, or because of some fears and doubts that are holding on to them so strong, or they may be holding on to the fears and doubt that by themselves. So I'm going to film a whole video on procrastination and how you can break free from the shackles of procrastination. If you want that video, please let me know in the comment section down below, okay? But if you are procrastinating on something you know you should be doing, then you are definitely casting your precious pearls before swines. The next point that I've put down here is you keep giving in to societal pressures and forsaking your true authentic nature and your calling. Now, society says, get out of school and then get a job. That's society's norm. But what if your soul is not accepting that norm, and your soul, your inner self is telling you, go another route, go another direction? Your authentic self talks to you. And I always say that the only way you know whether you are in full connection between you and your inner self is there is peace. There is a kind of peace that you enjoy when there is a beautiful connection between your inner self and yourself and your outer self. You know that there is no connection, and then you are not in sync with your inner self when you feel disappointed, you are sad, you are anxious, you worry, you are depressed. Depression is there is no connection between your inner self and your outer self. Your inner self wants you to do something, but your outer self is doing something else. And because of that, your inner self becomes sad. And that is your inner self's way of signaling to you that you are going amiss. You are going the wrong way. I need you back. So when you keep giving into societal pressure, the noise, everybody wants you to go this way, but you know deep down you're supposed to be going another way. You are casting your beautiful pearls before swines, and you need to stop doing it today, okay? The next point here is when you keep going to places where you aren't accepted and received gracefully. If you study that portion of the Bible I just read, I think before that particular verse, Jesus' advice to his disciples when he was sending them out to go minister was, anywhere you go and they don't receive you, what did he say to tell them? What did he tell them to do? What did Jesus tell them to do? Jesus told them, dust your feet and then do an about turn and keep going. But why do you keep going to somewhere that does not accept and receive you gracefully? Why do you keep making your presence known to people who don't accept you, to situations that don't accept you? This point is also linked to the 10th point that says you keep going to places that demean your moral character and your moral value. For example, I put down here that you have no business being in a sex club or going to a sex club if you have a moral value of staying away from sexual immorality. What are you doing in a sex club? What are you doing in a clubhouse if you guys get what I mean? So you go to places that don't value you, you go to places that don't improve you in any way, but you keep finding yourself there. What are you doing there? You go to places where people don't respect your presence. They don't respect your value. They don't respect your person. They don't respect you in any way. But then you keep showing up there. Why? Because you want validation? You've already been validated. You already have a stamp of validation from the one who made you. Why are you seeking validation from mere mortals that are just like you? Why are you seeking validation from your brother? Why are you seeking validation from that man? Why are you seeking validation from human beings that are just like you, who have the same feelings, who feel the same emotions, who go through the same things? God gave them breath. He gave you breath as well. Why are you seeking validation from people who even need validation themselves? Make it make sense. So please, stop going to places and doing things that demean your moral value and don't add any form of respect to your life. Please, I really need my elegant people to let this sink in so well. Because if you keep doing that, you're casting your beautiful pearls before swines. Okay? The next point I put down here on how you may be casting your beautiful pearls before swines is when you keep disrupting the flow of positive energy in your life by engaging in fights, quarrels, arguments, and giving yourself to idle talk and godless chatter. When you do that, you are constantly casting your pearls before swine. Why are you disrupting the flow of peace in your life by engaging in argument with people, quarrels with people who are not on the same frequency or don't vibrate at the same level as you? You see yourself as an intelligent, well put together person who is leveling up in every area of their lives and have chosen excellence as a standard and a way of life, and then you end up finding yourself in little tiny brawls and battles and arguments and fights with people who don't even care if they have anything to lose. But yeah, you are the one who has more to lose than them, because now you have brought yourself down to their level by engaging in their negativity. And what does that do? It disrupts the flow of peace in your life. It disrupts the flow of positive energy in your life. You've allowed negativity into your body. It ruffles you up, gives you wrinkles, makes you have a headache. It takes you time to even come back into a peaceful and a calm state. So why are you indulging in it? Stop wasting the pearl of your beautiful time. Stop wasting the beautiful pearl of your positive energy and casting it to the people who don't even value positive energy or being at peace or being in a state of calm at all times. So please stop casting your pearls before swines by engaging in arguments and fights and quarrels and gossips and godless chatter and all those things. They don't add value. Let them go, okay? The final point that I've put down here on how you may be casting your beautiful pearls before swine would be when you continue sharing your most valuable thoughts and ideas with people who repeatedly ridicule and scoff at them and have no sense of reasoning and understanding. When you tell someone your idea, they be like, I beg, you dream too big, I beg, relax, come back to reality. When someone tells you that after you've shared a big plan, a huge idea, or they laugh at it and be like, like they obviously just tell you, I beg, rest, I beg. Where do you want to start doing? How do you want to accomplish the goal from? They ridicule you, they scoff at your plan, they scoff at your ideas, instead of embracing it and seeing how they can help you, even maybe by giving some knowledge or whatever. Those people are the people that are swines in your life, and you're casting the pearls of your vision and dreams to them. Let me tell you something, just in case you didn't know, a lot of people have missed out on their God-given destiny. They've missed out from fulfilling their God-given purpose just because they told the wrong person this idea and the vision that God gave to them. And by telling it to this wrong person, the person gave them the worst, most terrible advice and talked them out of it. Let me tell you the devil's number one assignment. The devil's number one assignment on this earth is to stop you from being what God has destined for you to be. So when you open your mouth, and tell your beautiful vision and dreams to someone, the devil can manipulate that person. If the person gives access to the devil can manipulate that person into advising you wrongly and talking you out of it. I was almost a victim of this. I dated a guy in my past who, when I told him about the idea of starting this channel, literally talked me out of it. What did he tell me? He told me, you already have the Delicious brand. Having a second brand is going to be killing. How would you handle that and balance being a family and balance being having a personal life? It was going to be so difficult. So this guy, I shared the whole dream and vision with him. God clearly gave me this vision of what I'm doing here. This is not a man-made vision. This was God telling me what to do. So when I shared it with this person who I was in a relationship with, he advised me against it. And I listened to him. I will tell the story one day. I'll tell the full story. I listened to him. And because of that, the vision was delayed for a year. For one whole year, the vision of Winning School of Elegance was delayed. And if I was still in a relationship with that guy, I probably would never have brought Winning School of Elegance to light. Like I said, one day I will tell the story in full. But I was almost a victim of that. And I'm telling you the honest truth, if I had married that guy would have derailed me from the purpose that I'm fulfilling with this Winning School of Elegance community. And imagine how that would have been so dangerous to society, because I know that what we're doing here is something that is valuable. That's why we're putting our best effort into it. So stop sharing your valuable ideas and thoughts and plans and dreams and visions to people who you know cannot in any way understand you or see reason with you, and rather they want to talk you out of it. I'm hammering on this point and staying here because of how important this point is. Like I said, one day I will tell the story, and maybe you can learn from my story, so you're very mindful of the people that you share your thoughts and your ideas with. That's pretty much all I have for you for today's video. And in conclusion, I put down here that you only want to give your pearls. You only want to give your beautiful pearls to people and things who would appreciate the value and the resources that you have to offer. Stop casting your beautiful pearls before swines. And the easiest way to do that right now is go back to the start of this video and answer the 2 questions, or rather 3 questions that I asked. Who are the pearls? Who and what are the pearls in your life? Who and what are the pigs in your life? And how are you casting your beautiful pearls to the pigs in your life? It's up to you to answer that question, reflect on it, meditate on it, and please ensure that you do the assignment with all of your heart, with intentionality. Come out with your results and know who and what you are casting out of your life so that you can protect and preserve the valuable gift of your precious pearls. I'll see you next time with another video. Until then, remember to stay very elegant. Take care.